My name is Chester, welcome to FUEL Healthy Test Kitchen. Some of you wrote in and asked about vegetable stock and how to make it. And actually a lot of recipe calls for stock, and if you're a vegetarian or vegan, you don't always know how to make your stock. So today, we're going to show you 3 special ingredients that can make your vegan stock special. Before we start, hit that subscribe button so you can follow us to get some healthy cooking videos. So today's ingredients are actually fairly simple. Cabbage, some leek here today, involves a lot of vegetables, some spices. What we're going to do, first job, is to actually go ahead and roast them up. But we also have to cut them. I have a big roasting pan right here. What we're going to do is I'm going to spray some oil right into it first. Obviously, I'm using a vegetable oil. You're welcome to use any high heat resisting oil, like avocado oil if you want. I'm actually going to go and quarter this cabbage, show you how you can use even the scrap. Yeah. Let me put this aside. I'm just going to put it here. Cutting it all fine, I'm going to go ahead and use the food processor. And I can do the carrots as well. So it's a lot of cabbage, but I promise you it will actually roast down by a lot. Okay, let's go ahead and do the carrots. Okay. Spatula right here. Onions, amazing. So keep the skin on. I'm gonna cut them in half, and then in half again, and throw it right into the pan with the skin. We have garlic, so in fact, cut them in half, sideways, okay? I happen to have a lotus roots that's a little bit probably past its prime, but I love the flavor, especially when it's done to a stock. I have a sweet potato here. Once again, I just happen to have these ends. I got a little bit of celery, so I'm just going to go ahead and cut that up. Ginger. Whole thing. Really, instead of chopping it up, I'm just going to crush it. Chinese inspired. So I have some dry clementine's skin right here. I got some star anise here. Don't put too many of these in there. 2 is probably all you'll need. Goji berry. So I have about like 30 grams of goji berry here. It will also be an amazing color and give you that natural reddish color that looks like a chicken broth. So I put them all in there into roast. This is called dong sam. It's really known as kind of the poor man's ginseng. It helps with circulation and breathing. And for Chinese, broth and stocks are not only for taste, but it really is for health. Natural sweetness. So I got some dates here. So Chinese call them MEDJOOL. There's many different dates here. I just happen to have the MEDJOOL dates I have in my kitchen. Leek. Usually you just use the white part, but today I'm gonna save this part for a different stock. Now that we got all the vegetable cut up here, is that we're gonna squeeze a bottle of oil, little one round, and just stir first. What you're looking for is that all the vegetables should have a shine on it. So now that the oven is ready, so I'm gonna actually keep the top off and put it right into the oven. Okay, well, let's go and take a look at the oven. It's nice and dry here. So you can see it's all dried up. So next step, we're gonna really carefully add it to the pot. So this is the simmering pot. We're gonna use this pot to simmer probably about an hour. So we're gonna really carefully scoop this in. So we're gonna talk about the 3 secret ingredients that will take this vegan broth up the next level. So this is white's black mushroom. What's great about this is that some people use seaweed for their broth. I don't really always like it because it has a very distinct taste. This will still give you that texture and flavoring on it without bringing it all seaweed. The other is more popular, Shiitake mushroom, Chinese dry mushroom. You definitely have to soak them. I soaked these in both of them in the water for overnight. You have to have at least an hour for that. And save the water. Rinse it first and then soak it in. And the water is liquid gold, so don't throw it out. So the third but not least is definitely tempeh. Sometimes it's known as fermented soy. What's great about tempeh is that it is really not the same reaction as soy. When it's fermented, it has probiotics that you don't get when you just usually use tofu. So what we're going to do is going to add these into the broth. And then this too, I'm actually going to add the prepared one in there. So as you can see, when you soaked up, you see, the meat really is softened up. So it's very different. You save all that right into the pot, okay? 2.5 liters of water in here. So I also sometimes like to add a Chinese rose wine. It will give it a very different fragrance. I usually use a cupful. This is about a teaspoon. I'm just going to quickly stir it. And notice I don't really add salt to this at this point. I find that salting broth right now is almost like a guessing game. I'd rather salt after I taste it and then salt it by batch. So for an hour, and I will come back and see what's going on. Okay, let's take a look and see what the result is. We can see that it really simmered down, about half the liquid is gone. So we have about 3 liters of liquid in there. And wow, look at the broth. It's nice and has a dark color in it. So at this point what you should do is strain it. And I actually happen to have oil separator here. It doesn't really need to be, and I just want to use it as kind of the first level of straining. You can see how dark this is. The next job is I'm going to strain it right into the jar. Just really carefully. I really don't want any of the spices in there, so this is a fine mash strainer. Okay, so this is about 1 liter of vegetable broth. So this is an opportunity for us to salt it and actually add a little bit of healthy fats into it. So my suggestion is 1 teaspoon of salt right here, and then also 1 teaspoon of MCT oil. It's really flavorless for this point, but what it does is that it really added depth to this broth that you didn't have before. Okay, let's taste it before we close this up. Wow, I can really taste everything. All the vegetables have a depth to it, and the fermented soy really brought out a lot of that darker flavoring and the charring of the vegetable as well. Give this a shot. Family and friends will not believe this is a vegetable broth. So thank you for watching. If you like this video, please hit the like button. And if you have not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button so you receive all the healthy cooking videos that we make. If you have any specific recipes you want us to make, please email it to us at info@fuelplus.ca or communicate with us on Instagram or Twitter at FuelPlus. Thank you for watching.
So today, we're going to show you 3 special ingredients. Hit the subscribe button
So you can receive the latest cooking videos.
so you can receive the latest cooking videos.